Happy Sunday, everybody. All getting ready for the rugby on Sunday night, I'm sure. It's going to be a super game and superb time for the country. There's a first timer in here in this maiden plate that I don't know much about. I'm going to ask Darren Burrows if he knows anything about it. It was called Pretty Victory, Darren. And I see the market's got early favourite on Friday at 28-10.
Clyde, this filly's very well bred. A Vercingetorix out of a trippy mare bred by Main Chance Farms. Jumps from a good draw. First run of a 1200. She doesn't have to be too good to win first time out. Now, the other horse I like for a place is Elegant Act. I was on her last time out over the mile, but she didn't see it out. And Craig Zaki obviously got off her and said drop her right down to 1200 meters and she'll be more competitive. I think she'll be doing her best work late. So 3 and 11.
Okay, just bear in mind it is the start of our bipot here, so we need to figure that out. And what do we do? We obviously may have to take this first timer into account.
Claude, she was meant to run a few weeks ago, and the word was out that she is talented. So let's see how she goes.
Okay.
I haven't banked her because we'll get news from the presenters closer to race time. I backed up with number 6, Grecian Palace, improved with the tongue tie last time out. Contra Fiscum, I think she's looking in for further in time to come. She's got fair form. I also like the look of Elegant Act coming back in trip, doing too much last time out. So I played this safe route, numbers 3, 6, 9, 11.
Okay, so the guys are thinking on the same page here. Let's have a look then at this particular graphic for race number 1, which ultimately is going to be a look at what we want to do with regards to the bipods. We need to get bipods on. So let's take a look at those and get them on. Welcome back. This second race on the card, interesting because there's another Funzel first timer in here, number 1, Nightingale Singh, who's priced up at 22-10. Again, I'll have to ask Darren if he knows anything about it. I don't, unfortunately. 10 Perfectly Picked is the second choice at 7-2, and joint with number 5, Mace Roberts' horse Nonotti at 7-2. Darren, again, anything about this first timer yet? I know we're only doing this on Friday.
I'm not sure, Clyde. This is a Lancaster bomber out of Candy Singer who stayed long trips. I think she was trained by Mike de Kock. She was quite a decent filly. This horse is debuting over a mile. So obviously they expect her to go 2,000 meters in time to come. I'm not sure how well she is or how ready she is. I liked a bit of Perfectly Picked. Now, this is an ideal world out of a Cahal mare crying out for a mile. She's had 2 sprint ups. Last time out behind Tara Star, there has been, I think, 2 direct winners from 7 runners. Nonotti and Elusive Bell can get into the action as well.
Okay, interesting summary of it, Mr. Marie.
Yeah, Claude, if Atendiwe was on number 2 of your Kali's Angel, I would have probably tipped her as my number 1 choice, but he's chosen the first timer who's debuting over a mile, so
yeah.
I'm not too... That sort of says to me that she's one-paced, so I haven't included her. Elusive Bell, fair debut, Clyde. She was staying on in the latter stages. I'm not convinced with that form line of Minogue, but one thing is for certain, she's better than her second start. I mean, that was a hopeless effort. So I'm going to give her one more chance. I think she can prove to us that she's better than her form. And then I backed her up with Darren's first pick, Perfectly Picked. Also my number 1 choice in the race. I love the improvement she made from start 1 to start 2, and I also believe she's going to love the step up in trip. So if she's not too far behind turning for home, I think she could get it right on Sunday.
Yeah, and that form line has been very good because both the Supernova Star and Status Quo, they all came out and won from that particular Tara Star form line. So perhaps Perfectly Picked as the right horse. Well, it's a place accumulator now, so let's get our PAs on. This is what it looks like. Make sure race number 2 on the card you're on before 1:10. This is a maiden plate and it's run over a distance of 1,900 meters now. It's pick 6 time. Early look at the market on Friday, just to give you guys an idea. Open 7-2 the field. Frank Robinson got master of the turf, and the Mowings are bringing Ocean Palace to the races. That's priced up 7-2, and then 4-1 and better the others. Not an easy race.
Not whatsoever, Clyde. Master of my turf, off the turf. Yeah, I think he's going to love the step up in trip. A little bit of a concern is the jockey reported him to be striding short in his later starts, and here he is a week later. But if he's feeling good on the day, I'll give him a chance. It isn't a strong lineup whatsoever. There's not much to separate Triton and Imaginable. Now, Triton gets stronger handling. Imaginable probably would have been my first choice, Clyde, but I rewatched that replay of his last start. He had every opportunity. He was in the box seat. Sheldon actually said perfectly poised, and disappointing that he didn't get the job done from where he was turning for home. Ocean Palace, he has the filly only carrying 53.5. And we know this, the stable likes to get them to stay, Clyde. If she sees out the trip, she probably could get it right. I went wide.
Open, I see you got a few. Okay. Well, it's a pick 6, so Mr. Burrows, you're going to have to work it out for us. Or it's Daryl's, might be Daryl's pick 6, that's fine. But what do you like anyway?
Well, Clyde, master of the turf, up in trip, that's going to suit him down to the ground. I think he's an out-and-out stayer. You've got player X with Richard Fourie. Last time out, he was caught wide in the early part. He was over-racing slightly, but Richard's got good hands, and he'll get this horse to settle. So 1 and 9 have to go in. Imaginable, he's limited. Ocean Palace up in trip. We know why I'm mowing with his stayers. And if he thinks this filly's going to go the trip, then it's a serious runner. Heroic power of the rest.
Okay. We've got a pick 6. Daryl's pick 6 has been worked out for you guys. There it is on screen at the moment. This race runs at 1:45. So can Diana the Huntress get it right here? Well, Muzi Yeni's riding for the Alison Wright stable. On Friday, the market had her priced up at 5-2 and as the horse to beat. Darren, would you agree that Diana the Huntress is the horse to beat here?
Clyde, when this race card came out and I saw her name in this type of company, I said this is worth a bet. Now, last time out I fancied her. I labelled her at 9-2. 1750, still on the sharp side. She took ages to get going, and she took off late to win by a neck. That was super impressive. I think she's a late maturing type, only going to get better and better. And from a one draw, I don't want to see her go forward. I want to see her midfield or 3-4 lengths off the speed, given a chance, and she'll do the rest. I think the 2200's right up her alley.
Okay, so you're big on that. Daryl, you found a couple of shrewdies in your pick 6 that you want to add in this race.
I went 3 horses in this leg, Clyde. I'll give Diana the Fortress a strong winning chance. She had a lot to do going into the final furlong last time out, and she took off.
Right.
You know, she's related to a horse that Stuart Pettigrew used to train, Seattle Force, I think it was. He won over 2,600, so I think she's going to love the step up in trip. But also, on the other hand, number 8 is by Flower Alley out of a Street Crime, and she's unexposed over distance herself. She's got 52 kilograms to shoulder, and she's one with the blinkers. And there's not much separating herself and Leopard Lady. So I went the 3 of them. I went all of 1, 5, and 8, Clyde.
Okay. So it's a jackpot. It is a jackpot. And Darren Burrows has worked out this jackpot. So let's take a look at what Darren has decided to do. You've heard Daryl's take on it. Here's Darren Burrows' take on the first jackpot. On Friday, 3-1 the field, open, not an easy race this, unless Darren's found something for us. It's a handicap at the 71 level. Daryl, it's over 1,200 metres here at Hollywood Beds Gravel. Not particularly sure which one you want to go with here.
Clyde, it's very tricky. You know, I've included all of 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 12, 13, 14. Intrepid, very disappointing. You know, he's racing off his lowest mark to date, 66. I mean, he was once upon a time a 90 or 100. And his last run was more encouraging. But I really can't pick a winner in this type of lineup.
Don't blame you. Not easy. I know Life Goes On came out of that one of those horses that Louis Goossens got in the race here, Captain Who, so that might help a little bit. But also tough, is it?
Yeah, very tough. GM Batista, I think he can overcome his draw with Richard Free in the irons. Gets a good tune out of him. Probably going to lean towards number 5 over here, Lucky Dollar, based on his penultimate effort, Clyde.
Okay.
And because of his neat draw over here. But I went several. I think I went 2, 5, 7, 9, and 12. Leaning towards number 5, Lucky Dollar. But if I get through this leg, I'll be over the moon.
Well, the Esquire forms worked out. Lucky Dollar, Give Me a Rainbow won, Trafalgar Square won, and Lucky Dollar finished between them. So watch out for the Esquivel form line. It's strong. All right, well, this is not easy. This is what the guys intend on doing in the race about to come.